Hi students. So today we are going to learn the first story or the first prose in unit 1. So please open your textbook and we will read together. How wonderful and beautiful was the morning of Eid. The trees looked greener, the field more festive, the sky had a lovely pink glow. The sun seemed brighter and more dazzling than before to wish the world a very happy Eid. The village was filled with excitement. Everyone was up early to go to the Eidgah. The boys were more excited than the others. They had been talking about it all the time. Finally, the day had come, and now they were impatient. They were taking their treasure out of their pockets, counting and recounting it before putting it back. Mahmoud counted 1, 2, 10, 12. He had 12 coins. Mohsin had 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 15 coins. With this money, they could buy countless things: toys, sweets, paper pipes, rubber balls, and much more. So, we have read the story in the last class. ஸோ இந்த ஸ்டோரியில் வந்து ஈத் ஃபெஸ்டிவல் நடக்கிற அப்போ அந்த ஈத் ஃபெஸ்டிவல் நடக்கும்போது வில்லேஜில் எல்லாருமே எக்ஸைட்டடாக இருக்குது. ஓகே, அண்ட் தெர் ஆர் சம் பாய்ஸ் and they were counting coins from their pocket. So for example, Mahmoud had 12 coins and Mohsin had 15 coins with him. Now in the coins vachu what are they going to do? So they are going to buy a lot of things like toys, sweets, paper pipes, rubber balls and much more. So this is what has happened so far in the story, and we will do a small revision of what we did in last class. To identify characters in the story. So who are the characters in the story? நம்ம இப்போ இந்த ஸ்டோரியில் யார் யார் கேரக்டர்ஸாக இருக்குன்னு ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண போகிறேன். ஓகே, ஸோ இந்த ஸ்டோரி படிக்கும்போது இந்த லாஸ்ட் பேராகிராஃப்லேருந்து we have two characters, two names are there. ரெண்டு நேம்ஸ் இருக்குது இதில், மஹமூத், மொஹசின். அப்போது இது வரைக்கும் இதுதான் இந்த ஸ்டோரியில் வந்த கேரக்டர்ஸ். ஸோ who are the characters in the story? Mahmoud and Mohsin. So those are the characters in the story. So we have finished this question. So who are the characters in the story? Mahmoud and Mohsin are the characters in the story. Where is the story happening? இப்போ நம்ம இந்த ஸ்டோரி எங்கே நடக்கிறேன்னு ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண போகிறேன். டு ஐடென்டிஃபை த செட்டிங் இன் த ஸ்டோரி. இந்த செட்டிங்னா இந்த ஸ்டோரி எங்கே நடக்கிற. ஓகே, ஸோ வேர் இஸ் த ஸ்டோரி ஹேப்பனிங்? While reading we understood that the village was in excitement. அப்போது இந்த ஸ்டோரி வந்து ஒரு வில்லேஜில் நடக்கிற ஸ்டோரி. ஸோ the story is happening in a village. So that is the answer. Now, to describe the actions of the character, நம்ம இப்போ அந்த கேரக்டர்ஸ் என்னென்ன பண்ணுற அதை டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ண போகிறேன். ஓகே, இப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் வந்து வாட் இஸ் த கேரக்டர் டூயிங்? ஓகே, ஸோ தெர் ஆர் டூ கேரக்டர்ஸ், மஹமூத் அண்ட் மொஹசின். வாட் இஸ் தேட் கேரக்டர் டூயிங் ஆர் வாட் ஆர் தோஸ் கேரக்டர்ஸ் டூயிங்? இப்போ மஹமூதும் மொஹசினும் வந்து காயின்ஸ் கவுண்ட் பண்ணுறேன். ஸோ ஐ வில் ரைட் தி ஆன்சர் ஆஸ் Mahmoud and Mohsin are counting coins. Now next question, why is the character doing that? Okay, so Nikhil sir is thinking, why is the character doing that? So after reading the text I understood that Eid festival நடக்கிற அப்போ அதனால they have to buy a lot of things like toys, like rubber balls and the மாதிரி they have to buy a lot of things. So அதனால தான் they are counting money. So why is the character doing that? because they want to buy a lot of things with the coins. That is why they are doing this. I hope everybody understood this part. Now let's read the next part of the story. The happiest of the boys was Hamid. He was only 4, thin and poorly dressed. Last year, his father had died of cholera. Then his mother also died. From then, Hamid lived with his old granny Amina and was as happy as a lark. She told him that his father had gone to earn money and that his mother had gone to Allah to get lovely gifts for him. This made Hamid very happy. Hamid had no shoes on his feet. The cap on his head was soiled and tattered. He knew that his father would come back with sacks full of silver and his mother with gifts from Allah. Then he would have more than Mahmoud, Mohsin, Noori and Sami. ஓகே இப்போ வந்து இந்த பேராகிராஃப்ஸில் ஒரு புது கேரக்டரை பற்றி டீட்டெயிலாக சொல்கிறேன். ஸோ அந்த புது கேரக்டரோட பேர் ஹமீத். ஸோ த ஹாப்பியஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த பாய்ஸ் வாஸ் ஹமீத். இப்போ வந்து ஹமீதை பற்றி டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுறேன். ஓகே, ஸோ ஹி வாஸ் only 4. ஸோ his ஏஜ் வாஸ் 4 and he was thin and poorly dressed. அங்கே வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்லிம்மாக இருந்தேன், பாடி வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்லிம்மாக இருந்தேன். ஹி வாஸ் புவர்லி ட்ரெஸ்ட், ரொம்ப நல்ல க்ளோத்ஸ் ஒன்றுமே இல்லை ஹமீதுக்கு. ஓகே, ஸோ நவ் த ஆத்தர் ஆர் த ரைட்டர் இஸ் டாக்கிங் அபவுட் ஹமீத்ஸ் ஃபாதர் who died of cholera. Cholera is a disease and Hamid's father died of cholera. And after that, his mother also died. Both his mother and father died. And from then, Hamid was living with his old granny Amina. Okay. After Hamid's parents died, Hamidoda parents die பண்றதுக்கு அப்புறம் he was living with his granny. Okay, granny means mother's mother or father's mother. He was living with his granny Amina. Okay. Now, but Hamid doesn't know that his father and mother died. Granny Amina told Hamid that father had gone to earn money. Okay, and his mother had gone to Allah, or mother has gone to God to get lovely gifts for him. Okay, now after hearing this, Hamid was very happy. Otherwise, he would have been very sad, right? Because both his mother and father died, and that would have made him very sad. But his granny told him that they are still alive. அவங்க இப்போவும் அலைவாக இருக்கு. Okay, they are living in some other place. That is what granny told. Now, Hamid had no shoes on his feet. The cap on his head was soiled and tattered. So, Hamidக்கு காலில் ஷூஸ் ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. The cap on his head. So, Hamid was wearing a cap on his head. It was soiled. It was very dirty and tattered. Tattered na, it was torn. அதில் வந்து கிழிச்சு போட்டிருக்கு. அப்போது it was a very what do you say, a very dirty cap, and it was not at all good. He knew that his father would come back with sacks full of silver and his mother with gifts from Allah. So he's hoping, Hamid is hoping that அவனோட ஃபாதர் வந்து he will come back. His father would come back with full of silver and his mother would come back with so many gifts from Allah. Then he would have more than Mahmoud, Mohsin, Noori and Sami. So Mahmoud, Mohsin, Noori and Sami are Hamid's friends. And he's thinking that when his father and mother comes back, he will have a lot more money and a lot of more gifts than his friends. So I hope you all have understood this part. So let's answer a few questions. Okay, to identify main characters in the story. இப்போ ஒரு ஸ்டோரியில் வந்து நிறைய கேரக்டர்ஸ் இருக்கும். அதில் வந்து மெயின் கேரக்டர் யாருன்னு எப்படி ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண முடியும்? இப்போ வந்து நம்ம ஒரு ஃபிலிம் பார்க்கும்போது இல்லை ஒரு சினிமா பார்க்கும்போது அதில் வந்து நிறைய கேரக்டர்ஸ் இருக்கும். அதில் வந்து மெயின் கேரக்டர் யார்? ஹீரோ இல்லைன்னா ஹீரோயின். அப்போது அந்த மாதிரி இந்த ஸ்டோரியில் யாரை பற்றி நிறைய டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுற, யாரை பற்றி நிறைய பேசுகிற ஆத்தர், அவங்க தான் மெயின் கேரக்டர். அப்போ இந்த ஸ்டோரியில் வந்து ஹமீதை பற்றி நிறைய பேசுகிறார், ஹமீதோட கிராணியை பற்றி நிறைய பேசுகிறார். அப்போ வந்து இந்த ஸ்டோரியோட மெயின் கேரக்டர்ஸ் ஹமீதும் ஹமீதோட கிராணியும். ஸோ who are the main characters in the story? Hamid and Hamid's granny are the main characters in the story. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Now we have to describe the main character. Okay, so describe பண்றதுக்கு நிறைய ways இருக்கு. So we can talk about their age, where they are living, what kind of a person they are. Okay, so ஒரு கேரக்டரை describe பண்றதுக்கு we have a lot of questions. So first question is, where is the main character living? So if I'm talking about Hamid, Hamid is living in a village, right? Before also we understood the story is happening in a village. So Hamid is also living in his village with his granny. On granny kuda he is living. Okay, so Hamid is living in a village with his granny. Okay, now next question, what is his age? So what is Hamid's age? Hamid is 4 years old. We saw that in the story. So Hamid is 4 years old. Now what all details does the text tell you about the main character? நம்ம இப்போ படித்த பேராகிராஃபில் இருந்து என்னென்ன டீட்டெயில்ஸ் ஹமீதை பற்றி நம்மளுக்கு தெரியும்? Okay, so we know that his father and mother died of his father died of cholera. Then his mother also died. So we can also talk that about Hamid. So Hamid's father died of cholera and his mother also died. Then Hamid doesn't know that his father and mother is dead. And he is still hoping that one day his father and mother will come back. Okay. So that is one thing that I can understand from the paragraph. Then I can say Hamid had no shoes on his feet. Hamidக்கு வந்து ஷூஸ் எதுவுமே இல்லை காலில். அதுக்கப்புறம் his cap was very dirty. The cap on his head was soiled. Soiled means dirty. And tattered. Tattered means torn. Okay, so these are some of the details I know about Hamid from the story. So I will add all those details in the answer also. So when I'm describing Hamid, I will talk about all these things. Okay.